Today's presentation is on Bigelow Consciousness Essay. Bigelow Consciousness Essay. My name is Dr. Mukesh Chauhan. Well, what is Bigelow Consciousness Essay? Robert Bigelow is an American scientist and aeronautical engineer whose passion has been to find out about consciousness. Does consciousness live after death? And to that extent, he invited applicants from anywhere to share the essay and information relating to consciousness which survives death. And there was notable judges, expert scientists who were selected to judge on the entire essay competition. I had also applied for it, and some wonderful scientists have applied, and some very, very good articles were included in that. So, why am I doing this Bigelow Consciousness Essay presentation today? Well, there are many things which are not revealed in that competition. So let's start from the beginning. Does consciousness survive death? That is the theme of the essay in the Robert Bigelow competition of Nevada, USA. I say, ask the right question. Ask the right question. Do you remember what Einstein had said? Einstein had said, if you had 1 hour to live on Earth, then spend 55 minutes on asking the right questions. And once you know the right question, the answer is easy. The answer is easy. So, with that in mind, I'm asking the question. There's some pertinent questions which needs to be asked in that essay which has not been addressed. Question is, what lives? What is it that leaves human body at the time of death? What is it that leaves human body? Nobody has addressed that. Nobody has addressed that. What is it that leaves? Is it consciousness that leaves human body? If it's consciousness, the next question is, who has made consciousness? Who has made consciousness? That's one of the most important questions to ask in the entire essay. The answers and the results, as Einstein had correctly stated, follow very easily after that. Who has made it? None of the applicants has addressed that. And I suspect because nobody knows. Who takes it out of human body? For consciousness to survive death, it needs to leave human body. It needs to come outside of human body. Well, who takes it out of human body? Who decides on death? Who decides on death? Flat ECG and flat EEG in hospital machines does not reveal the full story. That's only part of the physical science which scientists know about. There's deeper levels of knowledge which none of the scientists have addressed because they don't have the answers for that. Who decides on death? Not a single applicant knows this answer. That's very important. If it's consciousness which departs, then the question is, what is the scientific structure? What is the scientific structure? Nobody knows the scientific structure of consciousness. Nobody has asked that question in that essay and the competition and wonderful prize winners. Nobody has addressed this question of what is the structure of consciousness because they don't know it. Not a single applicant knows this answer. That is a salient fact. You read all the applications on the website and you find none of them know this answer. How? How? That's another important question. How does it leave human body? How does it leave human body? Again, tricky question. Not a single applicant has answered that question. Triple quantum teleportation is one of my discoveries. It's exactly how consciousness leaves human body. Time dilation, another important subject, relates to consciousness, which nobody has addressed. Question is, what is the portal of exit? For consciousness to depart from the physical human body at the time of death, what is the portal of exit? How does it leave? Where does it leave from? Not a single applicant knows this answer. Not a single applicant. It's not been addressed at all. Where is another important question. Where does it go after death? Where does it go? Where does it live after death? Where does it live after death? Again, this has not been addressed. Nobody even thinks about this very important question. Question is, consciousness for it to, after death, has to live somewhere. Where does it live? Nobody knows this. None of the applicant knows this. They don't have a clue about that. How long does it stay there? Wherever it stays, how long does it stay there? What about the return journey? When does it come back? When does it return back on earth? When? Who decides this? How is it decided? When is it decided? Birth, death, and rebirth. Three fascinating subjects. And the entire essay, there are loopholes, there are gaps in the thinking that the physical scientists have not addressed with their essays, even though they're very good essays. Why? Because physical science doesn't resume many details. They don't know the essence of consciousness. It is immaterial. I've seen consciousness from the finest level. Not a single applicant knows this answer. I have all the answers. All the questions which I raised, I've got all the answers. I have met Creator. That was my starting point. I met Creator after 14 years search. Now I'm in my 30 years of journey. It started from London. I've also met God. And reading finest details about that. I also discovered the scientific structure of consciousness. What is the scientific structure? What is it made up of? What is inside it? How does it look? How does it look? What are all the different ingredients inside human consciousness, which is a separate space, which is separate from physical human brain? Scientists are looking for the answer in the physical human brain, and they won't find that answer because they haven't reached that depth of level of understanding of human consciousness. They haven't reached the finest level of knowledge. This is part of beautiful intelligent design. This is part of intelligent design, which is completely covered up on earth. The scientific knowledge of this intelligent design is completely missing on earth. This is a beauty about life. Our entire life is coded, and how the entire life actually takes rebirth on earth. There's more details on the intelligent design, and this intelligent designer, his creator, is about God and controls every life, death and rebirth. Yet this knowledge is completely missing in the essay. How does it happen? Well, the American Supreme Court judgment of 1987 and lower court case 2005-year judgments can be set aside with the intelligent design, which has nothing to do with religion at all. Nothing to do with religion at all. This is my new scientific discovery. Ask the right question with the Bigelow Consciousness essay. This is my short presentation to bring to light many important questions which are not addressed in the answers of the applicants. Despite some beautiful knowledge, they're not addressing, they're not hitting the nail on the head.